Okay, let's dive right into today's explainer because we are looking at a truly incredible story. It's this wild, fascinating narrative that perfectly blends architecture, primitive problem-solving, and just sheer, undeniable determination. We're talking about the feline architects of the Crystal Cavern Water Park. Honestly, it's an amazing look at how the most unexpected creatures can pull off absolutely monumental feats using nothing but their surrounding environment and, of course, each other.
So you might be wondering, and it's a completely fair question, what exactly can a family of cats teach us about engineering, teamwork, and survival? I mean, when we think of massive construction projects, our minds immediately go to heavy machinery, complex blueprints, and tons of steel, right? But today's explainer completely flips that on its head. It proves that sometimes the most magical and enduring structures are built with literally none of those things. It's an incredible look at primitive problem solving that is for sure going to change how you think about resourcefulness.
Let's get into Section 1, Discovery of the Hidden Cave, a secret beneath the waterfall. Our story begins deep, deep within an uncharted jungle, where a remarkably clever family of cats stumbled upon something extraordinary. Just picture this, a dark, totally unformed space completely hidden away from the outside world by a thick, cascading curtain of waterfall. Before it became the world's most amazing secret water park, it was just raw potential. It would have been so easy for Mama Cat and her little kittens to just take a quick peek and keep walking. But instead, they saw a blank canvas. They looked at a muddy cavern and saw an opportunity to build something breathtaking.
Which brings us to Section 2, Primitive Tools and Engineering. Building with the basics.
So, Mama Cat and her brave little kittens made a bold decision. They were going to build this whole thing themselves, using purely what the jungle provided. And the sheer simplicity of their tool set is kind of mind-blowing. We're talking tiny paws doing the heavy lifting here. They used handmade wooden shovels crafted straight out of branches. They hollowed out bamboo pipes to move the water, and get this, they found glowing crystal rocks deep within the earth to use as lighting. It just really emphasizes how brilliantly low-tech their approach was to such an ambitious, massive engineering feat.
Now, let's break down how they actually pulled this off. It basically came down to 4 systematic steps. First up, using those little wooden shovels, they tirelessly dug intricate tunnels right through the soft earth of the cave. Second, they carved giant swimming pools directly into the stone and dirt floor. Third, and this is a seriously brilliant bit of primitive plumbing, the kittens gathered bamboo pipes to siphon the fresh, clean water from the waterfall outside directly into the cavern. And finally, the masterpiece. They built 2 enormous double S-curve water slides twisting through the space. I mean, the energy and physical labor this required from a family of cats is just staggering.
But here's the thing, it wasn't just about the thrills. Mama Cat operated as the master architect, and she was clearly thinking about safety. She specifically designed safe splash zones at the bottom of those massive S-curve slides so her kittens wouldn't get hurt. She even engineered floating bridges across the deeper pools to make sure the little ones always had a safe path across. It's this perfect, beautiful blend of high-adventure engineering and protective maternal design.
But then we hit Section 3, the flash flood crisis, a sudden stormy night.
Because, no massive construction project ever goes off without a hitch. And out in the jungle, nature absolutely has the final say. One stormy night, the very water that brought their park to life turned into their biggest threat. Look at how incredibly fast this crisis unfolds. Just 1 minute into a sudden downpour, heavy rain breaches their defenses and floods part of the cave. By the 10-minute mark, the underground river levels are rising dangerously fast. At 15 minutes, the absolute worst-case scenario happens. The youngest kitten gets stranded on a small rocky island. And by minute 20, a full-blown emergency family rescue is initiated.
Section 4, a daring family rescue, racing against the rising water.
Put yourself in their situation for a second. They are completely cut off. No one is coming to help them. How do you rescue a terrified, trapped kitten from a rapidly rising underground river when your only resources are whatever is sitting around in the jungle? You definitely can't swim against that kind of current. It demands immediate, flawless problem-solving under literally the most extreme pressure imaginable.
And the way they reacted is just phenomenal. They immediately manufactured life-saving tools on the fly. They grabbed strong jungle vines and wove them together to create heavy-duty ropes. They lashed together leftover pieces of their construction wood to build handmade rafts. But really, the most crucial piece of emergency equipment they had was their quick thinking and their teamwork. Because without perfect coordination, those vines and that wood would have been completely useless. Working together, battling those rising currents, they managed to deploy the raft, secure it with the vine ropes, and actually reach the rocky island. They pulled their frightened little sibling aboard and got them to safety. Talk about a massive sigh of relief, right? Through sheer willpower and collaboration, the entire family survived a catastrophic flood.
Section 5. The magical water park revealed. Finishing the dream together.
Having survived that terrifying storm, their bond was stronger than ever. They didn't just abandon their project, nope. As soon as the floodwaters receded, they got right back to work. And it is basically impossible not to be captivated by the final result. Remember those glowing crystal rocks? They fashioned them into these stunning lanterns that glow warmly all along the dark cave walls. And that fresh water pouring from the bamboo pipes creates indoor waterfalls that catch the crystal light, making the whole cavern sparkle like millions of diamonds. It's magical.
And right at the center of the whole thing, twisting beautifully around those glowing rocks, are the enormous double S-curve slides. Completely operational, fed by the clean jungle waterfall. As you can probably guess, those slides instantly became the kitten's favorite adventure ever. All that digging, all that carving, even the terror of the storm, it all paid off for the pure, unadulterated joy of sliding down their very own hand-built masterpiece.
Which actually brings us to the core philosophy of this whole explainer. Standing there, surrounded by the sparkling water and the glowing lights, Mama Cat reminds her kittens of something so profound. She says, the greatest things are not built with machines, but with love, courage, and helping one another. And that just perfectly hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? The wooden shovels didn't build the park, their courage and their unity did.
Now, we might not be out building double S-curve water slides and hidden jungle caves anytime soon, but the principle totally applies to all of us. When you look at what this feline family accomplished, just by relying on each other and using the raw resources right in front of them, it proves that our potential is really only limited by our willingness to work together. So I'll leave you with this. What greatest